back, fellow artists, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Mad Chen and I'm a digital illustrator. I create Procreate tutorials for beginners. In today's Procreate tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw fireworks in Procreate. We'll create 3 fireworks today. So first we need to go to the brush library and we need to go down to the luminance category. Then find the glimmer brush to duplicate it. You'll see that I already have a Glimmer 1 brush, which is the duplicated copy of the original Glimmer brush. If you're not sure how to duplicate a brush, all you need to do is slide left on a brush and then you'll find duplicate. Then your Glimmer 1 brush should appear after you do this. Next, we'll tap on Glimmer 1 and we'll go to spacing at the top of the screen. Adjust the spacing to 64% and then click on Done. I'm going to create a green firework for the first example. You'll also notice that my opacity slider is on max and that my brush size is a little bit over halfway. Now with your Glimmer brush, you want to draw in a spiral direction. Try to keep your glimmer equally spaced out, as having the glimmer too close together or too spread out apart can affect the end result of your firework. Then we'll go to layers and duplicate that layer twice. Then merge the top 2 layers to create a stronger green and toggle off the bottom layer. Then go to adjustments, click on perspective blur, then layer, then click on directional on the bottom right. Drag the disc to the upper center part of your firework, but make sure to leave some glimmer up above like so. Then you want to turn the arrow facing down. Then slide your pen to bring the blur up to 40%. Then go back to layers and duplicate that layer 3 times. Then go to the bottom blurred layer and click on N. Then from the list, we're going to choose Lighten. Then select all of the toggled on layers and merge them together. Then we'll go back to the Adjustments tool, then go down the list and choose Liquify. Select Crystals, go to Size and take it up to 78%. Have Pressure on Max and Distortion on 5%. Now we're going to be adding a little bit of texture on our firework. We don't want to overdo this step. We just want to add a little bit of crystallized texture on some parts of the firework, mainly along the parts where the sparks are a little bit far from the point of explosion. Then go to layers and toggle on the bottom layer, then duplicate that layer and merge them together. And we're going to click on the transform tool and we need to make sure that uniform is selected at the bottom menu. Now I'm just going to adjust the dots to fit at the end of the sparks. When you're happy with the position, go back to layers and duplicate the bottom layer 2 times. Then go to color palettes and choose white. Go back to layers and click on the second layer, which will bring up a menu on the side, and click on select. Then go back to layers and click on the same second layer, then click on fill layer. This is going to give the dots a white glow. Then we're going to go back to layers and click on the top layer, then add a new layer. And then we'll go back to color palettes and choose the same green as before. Since we still have the Glimmer brush selected, we're going to paint some green glimmer in the spaces between and also around the edge of the firework. For the second firework, we're going to choose a yellowish orange color. And we're going to go back to the brush library and into the luminance category and go up the list to find the light pen brush. Then we need to go to actions, click on canvas, turn on drawing guide, then click on edit drawing guide. Click on symmetry and then options, then choose the quadrant guide. Also make sure that assisted drawing is turned on at the bottom, then click on done. So the first thing we're going to do is use the guide to draw across. Then go back to the drawing guide and turn it off. Then we'll go back to layers and duplicate this cross layer. Then click on the transform tool to turn the cross. Then go back to layers, then merge the 2 cross layers together. Then we're going to duplicate our new layer and once again use the transform tool to turn the shape. If you feel you need more lines, you can just go back to layers and duplicate that layer and then go back to the transform tool and turn the shape again. Then we're going to go back to layers and merge all those layers together. Then click on the transform tool again and this time we're going to go down to the menu and choose the warp option. Now you want to go to the middle of your star and push it up. Then turn off the transform tool. Go back to layers and duplicate that layer. Then we're going to go to liquify under adjustments and use the crystallize tool again to create some texture on our firework. Then we're going to go back to layers and duplicate the bottom layer and then go to color palettes and choose white. And we're going to click on the image for that new layer and click on select And then we're going to click on the image again and choose Fill Layer. With this same layer, we're going to go to Adjustments and go down to Gaussian Blur. Click on Layer and take Gaussian Blur up to 11.1%. Then we'll go back to Layers and duplicate that white firework layer. Then select the top 3 layers and merge them together. Then we'll go back to Adjustments, go to Liquify, then go to Size and take the size up to 86% and bring distortion up to 16%. And we're going to add some more of that crystallize effect on the firework. Now we're going to click on the erase tool because we want to make the sparks a bit thinner to make it look like a realistic firework. Then we'll go back to layers and add a new layer at the top. Go back to color palettes and choose a darker orange. Go back to the brush library and choose the Glimmer 1 brush again to put some glimmer on your firework. Then we're going to go to color palettes and choose white, and we're just going to put some highlight at the center of the firework with the light pen. Now if you want to adjust the shape of your firework, you can click on Adjustments, go to Liquify, and work with the push tool. For our third firework, we're going to go to the Luminance category in the brush library and choose the light pen brush. And this time I'm going to use the color purple for our firework. I'm starting off with a small circle at the center of the canvas, and I'm just drawing some curved lines going out from the circle. Now I'm just roughly going over the lines a second time. Then I'm going to go to Adjustments, Liquify, and use the Crystals tool to give the firework some texture. Then I'm going to draw some thin dots and lines coming from the center of the firework. The next part is optional. You can go back to the Transform tool, click on Warp, and adjust the shape of your firework. Then I'm going to go to color palettes and choose pink, and with the Glimmer 1 brush, I'm going to add some extra sparkles around the firework. Then I'm going to go back to the light pen brush and add a bit more glow coming out from the center. Then we're going to click on the erase tool and make the ends of the sparks thinner. Don't forget to bring your opacity down while you do this. And now you know how to draw fireworks in Procreate. If you'd like to know more about the tools I've used in this Procreate tutorial, you can click on the link above, which will take you to our Procreate Basic series with step-by-step instructions on how to use Procreate efficiently. Thanks for watching, guys! If you'd like to be notified of future Procreate tutorials, you can subscribe to Mad Chen and turn on notifications. If you have any questions, comments, or problems with Procreate, please leave comments down below because I want to be supportive and help you guys get better at using Procreate and also get better at your artwork. You can also check out my other Procreate tutorials, which I will leave links up above and also in the description below. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next Procreate tutorial.